Level 37, commonly referred to as the Poolrooms, is an expansive complex of interconnected rooms and corridors, slightly submerged in undulating, lukewarm water. Each area of the level varies greatly in size and structure, ranging from uniform pools and hallways to more open, abnormally shaped areas. The walls, ceilings, and floors of the level all appear to be constructed from the same white ceramic tile, with the only deviation from this color being the blue-green hue of the water. Such tiles are eerily pristine in condition, all identical to one another, without a single hint of damage on their shiny surfaces. The architecture of Level 37 is varied, but strict in nature, retaining a shred of order amidst its bedlam. All areas in the level connect to each other in a senseless manner, with none having an easily identifiable purpose. Although the intended purpose of each area is difficult to ascertain, they are much too large to properly serve the function of a pool. The abnormality of Level 37's geometry nullifies any purported purpose it might serve. Pillars protrude out of the water in certain areas, much too large in quantity to justify their numbers. Many open areas of water lack ledges for one to hoist themselves onto, and light is cast from irregular angles, leaving some areas completely cast in darkness. And staircases descend directly into deep pits of water, hinting at a possible past wherein the level was not submerged in water. Entrances to these deep areas are typically found in the form of descending staircases or direct underwater holes. It is strictly advised to explore such areas, due to their inherent danger, caused by a lack of adequate lighting and their unmapped nature. And without the proper equipment, one could easily drown in the level's depths. Upon investigation, traces of magnesium sulfate, or Epsom salt, have been discovered in the waters of Level 37. This compound, when engulfing one's body for extended periods of time, has a naturally relaxing effect, relieving muscles and alleviating body pains. Alongside this, traces of multiple unidentified compounds were also found present in the water. The origin and properties of these substances currently remain unknown, but due to their coexistence with the aforementioned Epsom salt, it is believed that they enhance the water's relieving effects via possibly anomalous means. And by unknown means, a minimal and constant rippling is present in the water covering Level 37, despite it being undisturbed. It is not known whether this rippling originates from a certain point in the level, or if it is a property inherent in the water itself. Though some wanderers theorize the level may be so large that it has developed its own tidal forces. Sound is severely altered in Level 37. Wanderers are affected in various ways, the most commonly reported effects being all noise dropping off quickly, not echoing as it normally would, and feeling muted or dampened. It is suspected that this primarily stems from the sound of the water, which behaves in a subtly unorthodox manner. In certain explorations, The sound of the water is reported to be quiet, almost calming. Whilst in rarer cases, it quickly becomes obtrusive and drowns out other sounds. The cause of the water's subjective effects is still undergoing research, though it is theorized that they may differ as a result of one's life or history. Entities. Level 37 is entirely devoid of life. No encounters with entities or other wanderers have been recorded in the level. It is not known if this results from a previously unknown isolating property of level 37, or if the level is so unimaginably large that one could not possibly come across another within it. And aside from the lack of animated life, one entity, quote-unquote, has been discovered in the level, that being the hydrolytis plague, and typically referred to as simply hydrolytis. It is a bacterium located in the water of the darker areas of level 37. The disease lurks around untreated and stagnant bodies of water, being most common in abandoned pools. It can appear due to multiple environmental factors, and in the case of pools, spread rapidly due to the lack of chlorine. Hydrolytis is mainly transmitted by airborne particles containing the bacterium, or by the consumption of water containing the disease. Those infected can exhale the particles, possibly infecting others when in close proximity. The disease has multiple symptoms, including weakness, high fever, severe pain, and possibly delirium if infected for a longer period of time. Due to the nature of level 37, the interpersonal spread of hydrolytis is not a concern, but the effects of the symptoms may be worsened in the level due to the lack of medicinal availability. And due to a lack of general incentive, its possible isolating properties, and the fact that its terrain does not allow for permanent settlements, no outposts currently exist within level 37. The level's immense size and its inability to sustain life also do not entice long-term inhabitants to attempt to create permanent housing, as well as community building would prove difficult due to its strange auditory properties. The following is what is generally accepted to be an excerpt of an unknown author's journal, transcribed verbatim. Its inclusion in this file stems from its popularity in wanderers' circles, particularly amongst free-spirited exploration groups. Entitled My Musings. After numerous explorations, boundless journeys through unquantifiable locations, it seems I have finally reached a place of solitude. Endless halls, long darkly lit corridors, empty structures of no end. Those are what I've become accustomed to. This, however, is my first breathing point in a storm of chaos and confusion, a peaceful point where I can finally rest. Never before have I witnessed architecture such as this. Brightly lit rooms with pools of blue water, surrounding one's body like a warm embrace. White ceramic tiles make up the walls and floor, reflecting the light and leaving no corner untouched by its radiance. These places are not bounded in reality. They are a microcosm of one's mental state, a reflection of their emotions. They are a twisted parody of reality, extended interpretations of locations one does not typically consider whilst passing through. And exploring them can be described as exploring a place inside a dream. They are not infinite, nor are they finite. It is of my belief that these places reflect the headspace of those experiencing them. It is not the doing of any force or overseeing entity whatsoever. Instead, it is one's emotions that keep the rooms extending. There's no architect to these places besides our minds, and that is why experiencing these places alone accentuates feelings of isolation. They are human thought, pushed away from its makers, alien despite their familiarity. Theoretically, if one were to be completely calm and at peace with their current location, and did not have the inherent desire to escape, they would have the best chance of finding an exit. I've come to call them scapes, dreamlike realms one passes through, experiencing and subsequently continuing to the next, like a journey of sorts. One may exit at any time with the right headspace, attaining it. However, it is no easy feat whilst running through looping hallways and decrepit offices with nonsensical geometry. And while being illogical and foreign, these places are tailored to you. The places you commonly pass through without any thought become all you know. Each scape is far too familiar, but far too strange to be comforting. It can be compared to a nightmare. I digress. In short, this scape is particularly amazing. The effect it has on those who experience it is an intriguing one. While one feels peace and calmness permeating throughout, another cannot help but notice a feeling of dread wash over them as they notice its strange, lightless corners, and the question of what lurks behind them. They likely wonder, is it of blight? Of malice? A grim scepter seems to wash over the soul, despite the fact that they are safe. An explorer may feel moribund, whilst another may feel tranquil. This strange effect has never ceased to intrigue me. This scape is without blemish or defect. The pool rooms are simply stunning. An intricate design. A possibly infinite puzzle whose pieces form something peculiar, indescribably strange, yet indescribably perfect. It can only be the handiwork of a god. S.R. Cunningham, February 18th, 2019. Entrances and exits. The following is a list of entrances. Certain locations under the water of level 7 could lead one to this level. Submerged areas of level -132 may lead to level 37. Curved tunnels in level 67 often seamlessly lead to tunnels in this level. No clipping through certain pools in level 997 will lead one to this level, with it being more common in pools with ceramic tiles. Entrances to level 37 may be found in the Kawar and Haumea areas of level 30. The following is a list of exits. Wading through the dark, dingy areas of this level may lead one to level 37.1, a sub-level of level 37, typically without one taking notice. Immersing in the water of the level has a rare chance of re-emerging in the pools of level -33 or level -34. Long corridors in level 37 may rarely lead to the workrooms of level 4. Enclosed tunnels in this level may lead one to level 43. And certain submerged areas of the level may lead to level 67, or level -132, in conjunction with the entrances.